Race fans, good evening and willkommen zu Osterstrike. We're here at the Red Bull Ring in Spielberg, Austria for tonight's running of the Wiiing Grand Prix. This event kicks off the international portion of the 2025 OSCA World Cup. And what a place to start it off at. Fantastic circuit here, home of the Austrian Grand Prix for both Formula 1 and MotoGP, and quite possibly the largest contingent of Dutch fans outside of the Netherlands on any given F1 race weekend, thanks to a certain sim racer named Max Verstappen. As we look at our track information here, keen eyes will notice that we are on the national layout, which uses the southern half of the circuit and cuts out the two tightest corners there, turns 2 and 3. This done by race control in an effort to maximize lap counts and average speeds to keep things a little more lively here. If you missed last week's action, we were at the Bristol Motor Speedway, and Ryan Letts put on a clinic there to sweep both halves there in his first two starts of the season. And as we kind of predicted, Bobby Hammer Motorsports, all their drivers had very strong showings and were able to get some good points for the team standings. We'll go ahead and look at those here, our driver and team standings. And let's see.
Yeah, one could say they dropped the hammer last week.
They certainly did. Not much change in the team standings themselves, actually. I believe it is the same as last week. Exactly, first through 10th, all in the same positions. But that, means nobody dropped, nobody gained. So a pretty good thing to see for Bristol. In the driver standings, it's kind of business as usual. Kind of looks like last year a little bit. Daniel Gore and James Miller first and second there. Noah Brown in third. Ty McIntosh holding steady there in fourth position. Had some bad luck last week and a little bit of controversy surrounding that race, but he's got himself in fourth there and looking to rebound here. Ray Bracey in fifth. He had some good runs last week. No controversy surrounding that driver. Dallas Myhan, Tristan Millette, Eric Ziegel, Connor Jones, and David Westergreen all round out the top 10 there. And I believe Ziegel, Jones, and Westergreen all new to that left side of the graphic. So some movement going on there. But we are here in qualifying. About 3 minutes to go, it looks like. Or 2, actually, if I could count correctly. It's Daniel Gore on pole right now. No surprise there. The most successful road course driver in OSCA history is doing it once again at a road course. He's got a 50.909, about 3/10 over second place Noah Brown. That's his Redux Racing teammate. So definitely those Ford Mustangs are looking very fast, very racy here. And really, that's just no surprise. The Redux boys are always quick at these road courses, really anywhere they go. So it's kind of what we expected there. Ryan Lutz, maybe not so much. He's up there in third. We know him as more of a short track driver. He's driving the 2010 Mike Bliss Kim Kardashian machine, and keen eyes would have known that that car was in a previous season of OSCA, the one that I actually ran myself. So I remember seeing that one myself. It was on the Chevrolet SS back then, but same paint scheme, same driver, same everything like that. Here's a personal favorite of mine, Gilberto Javier Gomera. He's in number 99, and that is a personal favorite because that's Jeff Burton's machine from 1999. And that was a great car back in the day. Under the lights, maybe one of the best looking cars in NASCAR history. It had gold foil around the numbers, and it was just really a sight to behold here. Here's Connor Jones. And I guess we haven't even brought this up yet. We're in qualifying. This is throwback weekend here for the OSCA series. So if you're wondering why all these cars look different, that's why. Because all these drivers are running throwbacks to various cars before 2010 in any NASCAR series, simply NASCAR Cup, Truck, Xfinity, and even ARCA. There's David Westergreen there. We saw him have a great run last week at Bristol. Probably, I would say, good chance we're not going to see that kind of strength from him here. He is the noted road course racer, or road course hater. Excuse me.
Absolutely. Noted road course hater, David Westergreen. But at least he's in a paint that's looking nice there.
It very much is. And I mean, he's in a paint scheme that is resembling a road course racer. He's a Marcos Ambrose paint scheme. So maybe that'll bring him some luck here. As we conclude qualifying, it's Daniel Gore on the pole. Noah Brown's going to roll up second. And we'll get the grid here in just shortly, but we're gonna have a standing start here, which is always fun in OSCA. I can't wait to see how this one goes. Daniel Gore there on the pole. Noah Brown is a P2. That's the Redux Racing sweep with the front row. Ryan Lutz and Austin Beers, 3rd and 4th. We saw them battling last week at Bristol. They had a great showing. Lutz coming out on top of that one. Johnny Eckert, he's going to roll off in 5th. He's a great road course racer himself. Slipped for some speed in that number 9 machine. Ty McIntosh is in 6th. And that's going to be some fireworks out of that machine. Darren Staff in 7th. A scheme I've actually never seen before tonight. And Kinda Jones 8th. Ray Bracey in 9th. That great looking Hot Wheels machine. And James Miller, the 2nd of the Marcus Ambrose schemes, in P10. Gilberto Javier Gomera in Jeff Burton's great X-Side machine. Eric Ziegel in a Terry Labonte machine. He rolls off in P12. 13th is Brian Barbieri in the Dale Earnhardt 1982 machine. And Brian Narducci in Jerry Nadeau's machine. He rolls off in 14th. 15th, it's Ryan Blanchard. And, well, he doesn't seem to have a throwback, but TJ Weeks there, he's in the 97. He starts in 16th. Wrong driver. Tristan Millette in the 29 rolls off in 17th. Aaron Evans, 18th. 19th is Neil Rutt. 20th is Zach Evans there in the Mark Martin inspired machine. 21st, Dallas Mahan. 22nd is Dave Carpenter in that mid-80s ARCA machine. 23rd is Thomas Capuano in the Ryan Blaney 21, and Adam Peeler in Rusty Wallace's Kodiak inspired car starts 24th. Dylan Thomas is going to roll off in 25th. David Westergreen, the 2nd of the Marcus Ambrose cars, he rolls off in 26th. 27th is Notwell, Jordan Tarbo, and Dakota Pignataro. Yep, we have a green flag here. Down into turn number 1. It's going to be a tight ordeal for all of these drivers, and I'm sure that'll make it in a video.
Well,
someone's off there in the back.
I think it's Johnny Eckert taking the access off road.
Just a little bit. It doesn't look like he's going to lose too many spots. We have 3 wide going into turn number 2 here. 5 of Eric Ziegler.
Aaron Evans going into Narducci.
That is our first incident of the race, and this 29 of Millette, he's got some damage on the front. It's like everybody's going to get it going, but not without a little bit of damage to tires, egos, and maybe some sheet metal there. Here's the replay. We'll see what happened. It's just a really, really tight ordeal here. Ooh, Aaron Evans did not get on the brakes like he needed to and just kind of punted. I think that was the 01 of Narducci that was also involved there.
Yeah.
Zach Evans. He's not going to be happy about that. Go on board with him. We'll see what Zach Evans saw. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot because it looks like he just kind of stopped right here, and a bit of a parking lot there in turn number 2, but everybody has gotten it going pretty good there. And up at the front, it's about a 2.5 second lead for Daniel Gore already on Ryan Lutz. And I mean, he's already setting sail here.
Yeah, mother of mercy. We barely started and he already has a massive lead. It's just isn't fair.
Yeah, so I mean, Ryan Lutz, I think if you talk to him, he'd probably say that he's not the biggest fan of this type of racing. I mean, he is a very talented race car driver, but road courses are not the top of his foray. But I'm sure he's pretty happy about running second right now, especially to Daniel Gore. Like you said, he is the most successful road course driver in OSCA history by a few metrics, few different ones that all go to him. So, I mean, it's just, you're chasing the best out there. A lot of the times, Lutz I think we have a change of position for second. I think Brown has got around Lutz, and that seems to be the case. I don't know if Lutz made a mistake here, but that definitely was a pretty quick pass for the lead. We're looking down into turn number 1 here. Hard braking zones here at this Red Bull ring, especially for turn 1 and the last 2 corners.
He went off.
Yeah, way off there. So he might have actually got a little bit of a slowdown. I know if you go too far off of that runoff off of turn number 1, it will. OSCA Lights race on Tuesday, myself included, actually. I did it as a little bit of a fun time just to see how the track races, and definitely a very interesting experience with stock cars. You know, it's a very European type track where you have, wide spaces and track limits. I know it's a very dirty word in American motorsports, but track limits are a thing here. Turns 1 and the last 2 corners are really where it will bite you because there is so much runoff there. Obviously, an F1 circuit, MotoGP circuit, it's kind of going to have to be designed like that. So We're on board with here with James Miller in the 09. He started 10th, is in 12th, so he's not gone the right direction probably that he thought he was going to go. James Miller, one of the better road course racers here in the OSCA series, but just doesn't seem to have the outright speed. But as we say that, here he comes out and move on the number 7 of Ray Bracey down into turn number 1. I think he's going to have that move here. Ray will give him some room, and now looking for a move on that number 5, Eric Ziegel. I love that 5 car. That's 1997 Terry Labonte. I believe they ran that at Charlotte that year. Ray got it really cooked there. In
I think Ray's going around.
Yeah, that car was all sorts of out of shape, and he almost ran over James. There's a big wreck there. Barbieri just got spun, and now he's doing some landscaping. Try not to cut through the track and get into anybody else. That's going to be another spin for him. He is having a time there. And back to about, we'll call that 25th, 26th position. And he's got damaged tires and damaged sheet metal and probably damaged ego. That was absolutely. So, I mean, that's 2 spins in a row. That's, you don't want to see that. Those tires are going to be absolutely screaming. But we should see this race go by pretty quickly. This is a little bit of a sandbox type racetrack. It's pretty short, only 1.4 miles in length, and I think that rivals something like Lime Rock Park or something like that. So it's a pretty short road course, pretty slow all around in general. And on board with Kynan Jones here. He's currently in 8th, so good little run for him. In the, I believe that is a a Ken Bouchard car, 1993. The Burger King sponsorship that would have been on that machine originally, of course, replaced with Hungry Jacks, as that's what they have in Australia. So nice little shout. Love to see the little tweaks like that get done to these paint schemes to make them, relevant or tweak for sponsors or that. But actually, you know what? Let's can we get an onboard here for? Let's start at next lap. When Daniel Gore gets to the line. Let's see if we can get an onboard with him for a full lap here. Just I want to see what he's doing, and just kind of see what the fastest way around the Red Bull Ring National Circuit here is. While we wait for Daniel to get to the line, there's Darren Staff. He's having a good run here in 7th. In the somewhat censored machine. This would have been a different sponsor back in the day. Here we go. Daniel Gore on board. With him, he's in the 1960 Johnny Allen machine from the Xfinity series, which back then was called Sportsman. And he's got somebody in front of him. He's about to lap here, which looks to be the number 18 of Dakota Pignataro. So he's probably going to catch him here somewhere on this lap. But just on board with Daniel Gore, very smooth with the inputs there. And one of the things I've always noticed about the way that he drives. He's very late on his downshifts. He likes to get his braking done and then do his downshifts after that. Which if you grow up and kind of do stock car racing is a little bit it's a little bit different than most of them would be doing. You generally in a stock car, you want to get your shifts out of the way as quickly as possible. Just bang through the gears, bang 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 like that. So. Been racing with Daniel on the endurance side a little bit, seeing how he does the shifts a little bit different, and it's very interesting to know. Of course, he grew up in England, didn't watch NASCAR until he was later on in life a little bit, so it's cool to see little things like that develop there.
And that is interesting, like you said, because I make sure to do my downshift with my braking, because I've always felt that if I don't downshift, that's where I get myself in the most trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and he actually has a style that emulates that somewhat of Heinz Harold Frentzen back in the day, the F1 driver who drove for Jordan. He, if you ever watch onboard videos with him, he would always brake, use a lot of engine braking, then bang through the gears right at the last second. And it always interested me how his was always kind of a visibly similar style than other drivers. Of course, in F1, a lot of your speed is going to be coming through the pedals, so you can't necessarily see that on an onboard, but you can definitely hear how they do downshifts. And I remember Heinz Harold back in the day, just being one of those that was really cool. And here's Ty McIntosh here. He's in the 6th position, has been there all race, is not going to be there for much longer because he's passing the number 90 of Johnny Eckert on the outside going into turn number 2. And just quickly as we say he was passing. That pass is complete and done and over with, and so give.
And you know, there's no better feeling if you've been around OSCA for some time, getting to say I passed Johnny Eckert on a road course.
That is a pretty good one. Yeah, that's because Johnny Eckert, I'd say before Daniel Gore came along, and I hate to say it like that because it sounds a little bit derogatory in my head, but really before Daniel came here, Johnny was the road course king. So Johnny, I mean, no slouch to him, no knock on him. He's not full time nowadays, and you can't have the speed that you can when you're doing it all the time. It's just not how it works.
Basically, I kind of liken it to Johnny Eckert is the Chase Elliott to Daniel Gore's Shane Van Gisbergen.
Yeah, and really, I think if Johnny raced full time, he probably could be up there. You know, I think a lot of people could be. It's just when you are part time, you don't have the rust is real. Definitely, I felt that myself when I did the OSCA lights here on Tuesday, and you know, I'm decent at the road courses, I think, but it's just when you're not doing it all the time, you definitely have some a little bit knocked out there. So that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine with that, and Johnny probably enjoying his time there in P5, P6 more than he would be if it was full time. I know Johnny. Yeah, he did. I know Johnny. When he was racing full time, he definitely took this pretty seriously, and he'd have some of those weeks where he's like, "Oh, I hate this. This sucks," and that, you know, it's pretty true for everybody. But it just really is fun to just come out here and do like a race or two, and not have to worry about the championship. That was an interesting. Ooh, Aaron Staff and Ty McIntosh getting a little bit close there, but no harm, no foul. Just close racing here. That's one of the cool things about this racetrack is you can do that. It does. This national layout is very susceptible to racing like that. It's small. The lap times are short, around 50 seconds, and you know, I love road course racing myself. James, I know it's one of your things too, but in stock cars, I think just long tracks are not it. I think when they shortened COTA to the layout they use this year, that was one of the best things they ever did, just because the full layout is just, it's like what, 4-minute laps, you know. It gets boring to drive a little bit, and it just, every little mistake will hurt you so much more. So I think these little short road courses are absolutely perfect for stock cars, and it's really cool to be able to see these drivers taking to it so well.
Absolutely, but I do think it kind of varies. You know, I don't think the full Red Bull Ring is all that bad of a layout for stock cars, and you know, there are plenty of long tracks that are still great and still a lot of fun. I mean, Road America is massive, and everyone adores running stock cars there. So I think it just depends on the track specific. COTA is, well, we don't need me going on a rant about how I feel about COTA, but yeah, COTA isn't the best one to use in that.
Yeah, and I would agree with that. I think maybe because COTA is a little bit more technical. Road America is wide, or it's kind of a narrow track, but it's fast, it's flowing, it's dangerous. You know, it's one of those old school tracks that just, you know, running laps there just by yourself is fun. And COTA, you know, I would be the first to admit, having been there a few times myself in real life, it is a great facility, but like just driving it can definitely be frustrating. And it can definitely be frustrating as all hell. This is on iRacing. If, you know, like an LMP1 at COTA with a single screen is probably pretty close to hell, I would say, if we were talking about an analogy there. But yeah, definitely. Ooh, somebody is off there. I think Natero was off. I believe letting some lap cars by, and no harm, no foul. Everybody has kept it straight and looking good so far. And really, other than that first lap incident with the 48 of Aaron Evans, I don't believe we've had any real big incidents. Speaking of him, he's actually in the interview waiting room. I don't know if we've spoken to him all season, so let's get a word from him. Aaron Evans, this is Cameron Rich up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, it looks It certainly looks, based on the fact that your car is in the garage and you're 10 laps down in a race that has gone 16 laps so far, that you are out of it. What happened to you?
I cooked the tires on lap 1, and then I was overusing them trying to get back to my spot, and then I just going into turn 3, I think that's what it is. I either broke too late or maybe the tires weren't where they needed to be, but I just understeered and I hit the wall.
Oh, gotcha. I didn't actually see that myself, but let me see. You got a pretty cool throwback there. James Hilton's old car from 1970s.
He ran it
really
forever. He ran it in like the 70s and 80s all the way up until he died in 2018 in ARCA.
Well, let's talk about your throwback a little bit, because I'd say, for obvious reasons, 48 is probably one of the more popular numbers that you can pick a throwback for. You had about 1,000,001 choices that you could have ran there, but why'd you pick this one?
Well, I think you mean 1,000,001 Lowe's paint schemes, because I mean, Jimmy Johnson, he drove since like 2000, and his title sponsor was Lowe's all the way up until I think 2019 or 2018. So I wanted to mix it up. I wanted to go with somebody that not everyone knows, and so I went with the second most driven, James Hilton.
I definitely like that strat, because I think everybody would probably think of Jimmy Johnson if you were to poll NASCAR fans about just who comes to mind when you say the number 48. It probably would be 99% Jimmy Johnson. But
I think of Ryan Newman in the Nationwide Series.
Ryan Blaney as well. That one time.
I think Penske had the 48.
Oh,
part-time car.
Yeah, I remember the cursed Penske 48. Yeah, I didn't want to remember that, but I do remember it now.
I think
a little bit weird.
I think even Noah Gragson was in. Noah Gragson, Josh Gary, he was in the 48 for a couple of races in 2020, I think, or 2022 maybe.
Yeah, when Bowman got himself hurt, he ran pretty well at Richmond in 1 year. He got a P3 or a P4, top 5, something.
Second,
led some laps.
Third. No way, it was 3. It was third. Never mind.
He led some laps and put him on the map. So, the leader of the race right now, Daniel Gore, is a huge Josh Berry fan. I would say probably talks about him a lot. You know that yourself, Aaron.
Yeah, talks about Josh Berry more than he probably talks about any other driver.
Are we going to see you in half number 2?
Yeah. I mean, I'm here all night. I can get my college homework done now while I'm waiting for half 2 to start, so.
Yeah, you're going to be starting from last place, P29, so that is interesting. How do you feel about that?
Can only go up, unless I start in reverse, but I mean, I'm already at the bottom. Don't need to keep digging the hole any deeper.
Oh! Carpenter, no, somebody went around. Dakota.
Check the replay here, but before we let you go, any shout-outs you want to give us, Aaron?
Well, first I want to shout out my girlfriend. Oh, wow. Anyways,
Wow.
I'll keep it quick. I want to shout out my girlfriend. She helped design my main paint scheme, the Evans reptiles, and I want to thank Santi for the help he gave me on this one. I designed it all myself, but he helped me with some of the finishing touches. And I want to thank both Dan, Noah, and Cam. They helped me a lot when it comes to getting ready for these OSCA races. But anyways, thank you guys. Have a good rest of your race, or well, rest of the commentary at least.
Well, thank you. Better luck half number 2. Hopefully we will see you out there for a little bit longer, and you will be in the back, so you'll have plenty of people to learn off of. Maybe some people you don't want to copy what they're doing back there too, but I probably find somebody back there to learn off of.
I've been told I'm a good influence, so hopefully I can rub off on some people in a good way.
was Aaron Evans. He's going to finish 29th in the half number 1, so he will have it all to do in half number 2. He will start 29th, and if he wants to get a good run, he'll have to pass some cars here. We're on board with Ty McIntosh. He's been in around 5th, 6th all race. He's working on the number 19 of Austin Beers right now. That number 19 Austin Beers is Jeremy Mayfield's 2003 Cup car. Ooh, some contact there in turn number 1 from behind. So I think Ty got a little bit squirrely under braking. He's probably trying to be on his best behavior considering some of the controversies we had last week in Bristol that surrounded him. So doing a good job of it right now. He's kept it clean. I haven't seen anything too egregious from him or any of the other parties involved in said controversy. So good to see that. We've got 3 laps to go here. This race has flown by, and you'll get that with 50-second lap times. Daniel Gore with a 5-second lead on his teammate Noah Brown, and then it's a further 5.5 seconds back to Ryan Lutz. So I'd call this one a clinic, and we'll see. Daniel Gore have to come back from 10th place in half number 2, but will be a standing start once again. So that is assuming that he does complete the last 2 laps of the race, and so assuming that nothing horrendous happens, which we probably would expect that. But really, this is the best battle on the track right now for P4. It's Beers and McIntosh going at it. There's Noah Brown in his Justin Marks inspired throwback. There's Ryan Lutz there having a good run in 3rd in that number 36. He's doing a great job. Really best of the non-Redux cars in 3rd place there. So last lap here at Red Bull Ring, it's Daniel Gore with about a zip code and a half over his teammate Noah Brown into turn number 1. Just been smooth all race, and you would have seen during our interview a couple minutes ago that Daniel Gore, the only driver with 0 X's so far. So he's been able to keep it off the grass and even keep it off the 1X zones that are paved. So just a fast, smooth race, exactly what we would expect out of Daniel Gore. 3 seasons running, coming through the last 2 corners here. Really can coast, I think. He can shut the car off and use the gravity of the downhill from here to win the race. It will go uphill once again as he crosses right here, but trouble there for Aaron Staff. But across the line, Daniel Gore with yet another road course win in the OSCA Series. He takes half number 1 here at the Red Bull Ring. It's going to be Noah Brown in 2nd. Ryan Lutz comes off the last corner to get 3rd place, last driver on the podium, and then it's Beers, McIntosh, Eckert, and the 45 of Staff. I don't know what happened to him. He's just stopped, and not sure if he was wrecked or had a hardware failure. We'll see here. He's racing with James Miller through the 2nd corner, and the car just, that's a hardware failure.
So, yeah,
that is tragic.
He mentioned earlier before I left, after I wished him luck, he said, hopefully my PC doesn't run into any issues. And it threw me off because I'm like, I thought his issue was internet and it's been fixed. Yeah, pedals shut off. It's not how you spell pedals, Vic. No, that is how you spell pedals. My bad.
That's how you spell flower petals. It would be with a D.
It would. No, you're right. Yeah, it would be with a D. Vic not giving us the D as usual.
That is, well.
I think I'm okay with that.
I'm a team owner. I'll say something different, but hey. We got 10 minutes here in the warm-up. We'll get a word with Danny G, winner of half number 1.
Before we do, though, let's look at the race results.
Yeah, we should probably do that. Cool little statue there.
Yeah.
Little bull statue.
Definitely shows you who owns the track.
It is the 2 Redux Racing teammates, Daniel Gore and Noah Brown, 1 and 2. Ryan Lutz finishes 3rd. Austin Beers, P4. Ty McIntosh, P5. Johnny Eckert, P6. James Miller, P7. Eric Ziegel, P8. Brian Blanchard, P9. Ray Bracey, P10. Connor Jones, P11. Gilberto Javier Gomera, P12. Brian Nerducci, P13. Dallas Myham, P14. Thomas Capuano, P15. Neil Rutt, P16. Dave Carpenter, P17. Adam Peeler, P18. P19 is Zach Evans. Dylan Thomas, P20. Darren Staff, tragic, I think that we'll see if he can get those fixed before half number 2 here, but he comes home in 21st. Just needed 2 more corners to get that top 10. So unfortunate, but that is racing sometimes. Tristan Millette in 22nd. So that issue for Darren makes the arcade day a little bit worse there. David Westergreen, we know he hates this track, P23. Sam Boutwell in the number 27, the one-off machine. He finishes in P24. Ryan Barbieri in P25. Dakota Pignataro, P26. Jordan Tarble, P27. EJ Weeks, P28. And Aaron Evans, we talked to him just a minute ago, P29. But cool little race there, James. Went by pretty quick. I love tracks. I was already talking about this, but just, these short tracks are fun. And I can't wait to see what they do with the pitting aspect involved that we're going to get here in half number 2. Get the little relatively long Red Bull Ring pit lane into play here.
And it's such a difficult pit lane too, because you basically have to start slowing down in the next to last corner. And then once you kind of dive on down in, it's this narrow strip of road and you're kind of going at a significant decline. So it's very easy to get it wrong and just slide up off into the grass and into the wall. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see a couple of guys have issues with that tonight.
Absolutely. And if I was these drivers, if they're watching the broadcast, I probably would be using this time here to practice that exact thing, just to get your pit marks and make sure that the pit speed limit is known to you. It's 37 miles an hour, and it's 37 because this is a European track, of course. We are in Austria, so that is, I think, like 60 kilometers an hour or
50.
50, yeah. So 37 miles an hour for us here in the States. For iRacers, not too much of a problem. You got a big box in front of you that pops up in your face when you come down pit road, and it's. I would say it's pretty hard to miss it, but I have sped a few times in my life, so I missed it definitely. So we'll go ahead and find Daniel Gore here. He is right here. Get him in the interview waiting, so I don't drag him up mid-sentence. There we go. Daniel Gore, this is Cameron Rich up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Well, the most successful driver in OSCA history on the road courses gets yet another one. So I would say that is pretty... we were probably expecting that a little bit tonight, but like by the end of lap 1, I think you had like a 3.5 second lead, and it just looked smooth sailing for you. So how was the car feeling for you? It looked like it was feeling pretty good.
It was feeling pretty good. Kind of weighing on the tight end at the end of the run, for sure. You have to back it up just a little bit. Definitely the most noticeable in, I would say, 2. Kind of almost like a hairpin, but it's so long it's not really. Definitely starting to shift towards the tight side. It's going to be interesting with the pit stop in this one, see how people split it.
Yeah, and if you, I guess we were just talking about this a minute ago, have you practiced that pitting? Because it is a pretty funky pit road here with the way that you go downhill and then uphill, and then it's a long pit road.
I've had a few attempts.
37 miles an hour. So I did want to ask you, though, as someone who did run and win the lights race on Tuesday, how was this car different than that? Was there any like noticeable difference? Or anything worse or better that this one does?
Honestly, I'd say the ARCA car is a lot better in the long run, and overall, I believe it was actually a little bit quicker. If I remember rightly, my pole time in the lights race was a 50.7, and I only did a 50.9 in this car, which is weird considering I'm pretty sure they're basically the same car now. Maybe a few small differences, especially on the power, but it was quicker than the Gen 6. It was weird.
Yeah, that's where I'm a little like weird on what they actually scanned here with the ARCA car, because it could be or it couldn't be if they have a. So in ARCA you can run a Gen 6 or a Gen 5 or a Gen 4 chassis. So I would assume they probably scanned a Gen 6, and if that was the case, then it's pretty close. The body would be the biggest difference. In ARCA, they have the composite 5-star bodies that look like these bodies, but they are quite significantly different there. But yeah, it is a little bit different there. NASCAR is weird, but you're gonna be starting 10th here in half number 2, which will be fun to see.
Fun.
Have a couple cars to pass there. You have any sort of strategy, or is it just gonna be just
Oh, really?
go and send
One
it
at a time, and one at a time. Pick your marks. No need to push it too hard.
Yeah, really. I mean,
Not trying to gain any wrecks. It's a long race. People that will be good at tire saving will be good at the end. It's an obvious, but it's don't really know who exactly that is. I expect Miller to probably be a good favorite for the race, as he's a road course guy. He's also going to be starting up there. Noah will probably be a good choice too. He's going to be one car ahead of me. Other than that, I'm not really too sure. Ty as well. He's a pretty good road course guy. And Bojo on the pole, so actually there's quite a few people up there I'd consider maybe have a good shot at it.
yeah. I mean, it is a long race, 44 laps. You could pass one driver every 5 laps and still just about make it there, but I don't think that's going to be the case. But yeah, before we let you go, some drivers are actually running backwards. James Miller, saw him
As is tradition.
reversing it around the track. Yeah, he's doing a good job though. He's putting that mirror to work. Before we let you go, any shout outs you want to give us?
I want the biggest shout out my teammate tonight, Noah, and he's the only one out of the 4 of us. Jake had some work issues, and I believe Santi was at a wedding, so just the 2 of us. But we made it work in the first half. We'll do our best to make it work in the second half. So all the shout out goes to him tonight.
And you'll be starting pretty much together there, 9th and 10th. So it'll be fun watching y'all come from the back of the pack. Good luck and put on a show for us.
I'll try.
All right, yep. Daniel Gore, winner of half number 1. Good chance that he's the winner of half number 2. I'd say that's like betting on the back in like 2007 betting. It's like betting on the Patriots to win the World Series around that time period. So, yeah, just he's a great road course racer. I've learned a lot from him. I've been on the service for 15 years myself. I think one of the worst things you can ever do is tell yourself that you can't ever, you can not learn more, or that you're done learning, because that's just not, it's not the case. You can always learn something. So,
Amen to that.
I been privileged to do some endurance races with him and learn a lot about the road courses and stuff. And I think he's also learned a lot on the road side, or on the oval side too. So, really just. One of the reasons why I love stock car racing, just a little personal anecdote here. I think it's if you're good at stock cars on ovals and road courses, you're usually a pretty good all-around driver. I mean, no matter what you do. So,
I am the antithesis of that.
I wouldn't say that's not right. I have raced you, and I will say that's not right.
You haven't raced me in a road-going car, though.
Well, I mean, it's something that needs practice. You're not gonna. You can be, Jimmy Johnson circa 2010, and you're not gonna step into like a road car and be fast right out of the gate. You're gonna need some practice. You're gonna need a couple weeks of it, and then, which, generally speaking, somebody of that caliber, I think, should be able to at least hit like a 105% mark of like an ultimate pace, something like that. So.
I have more experience in road courses in an Indy car than I do in the stock car.
Well, that's all right. We have a 10-car invert here for you tonight, half number 2, and it's gonna be Ray Bracey on the pole, and he's gonna be starting next to Ryan Blanchard in the number 38 machine. Eric Ziegel in that. Probably my personal favorite throwback of the night. He starts 3rd. James Miller in Marcus's Amber's machines. It's going to be in P4. Johnny Eckert rolls off in P5. That's about where he ran all race, finished P6. And then it's Ty McIntosh in P6. Austin Beers in P7. And then Ryan Lutz in P8. Noah Brown and Daniel Gore in P9 and P10, the two Redux teammates, look for this row to be very quick and get themselves through the pack fairly quickly in here at half number 2. Connor Jones, P11, and Gilberto Javier Gomera in P12. That's probably my second favorite throwback. I just love Jeff Burton to death. And then Brian Narducci in that number 01 USR machine, and Dallas Mayand and Martin Truex Jr.'s championship winning machine in P14. Thomas Capuano in P15, the Ryan Blaney inspired machine, and Neil Rutt in 16th. Dave Carpenter in 17th, and Adam Peeler in P18. P19 is going to be Zach Evans in that beautiful Xerox Mark Martin inspired machine, and Dylan Thomas in P20 there. Darren Staff, see if his equipment can hold up here in P21. He's got everything to do here in half number 2. And Tristan Mullett in P22. At least he starts next to his teammate. David Westergreen, he's going to be hating all 44 laps of this in P23. And Sam Beltwell in P24. Ryan Barbieri in P25. Dakota Pignatera in P26. We saw these two wreck with each other at the end of half number 1. Jordan Tarble in P27. DJ Weeks in P28. And Aaron Evans in James Hilton's car. He's going to be starting in P29. Let's see if we can actually make the start of the race here. Believe we did. There we go. Green flag is out. Good start for the number 7 of Bracy. Looks like everybody at the top 10 or so is going pretty well right now. Nothing.
Miller didn't start.
Wide in the back there. Oh, he did not.
He's starting from pit road.
Yeah, and he's pulling off right now. So I'm not sure if he had some kind of mechanical or a wheel equipment issue, but he is getting going, so he will be able to make up some of those spots there. Ray Bracy with a good start. He is leading Ryan Blanchard in the number 38 right now, and it looks like Eric Ziegel, Johnny Eckert, Ty McIntosh in P5. Noah Brown has gained a spot. He's up to P7. Austin Beers. Daniel Gore's got around Ryan Lutz so far. A pretty clean start for the top 10. I was expecting a little bit more argy-bargy, but it looks like everybody's getting going pretty well so far.
Yeah, a lot cleaner start than half 1, thankfully.
Battling here between Noah Brown and Ty McIntosh there. That's for the 5th spot. Noah Brown on the inside. I think he's going to get that spot from Ty. Yes, he is. And he's going to bring Austin Beers with him. And potentially Daniel Gore as well. Ty on the outside there through turn 2. It's going to switch back to the inside. Oh, contact with Austin Beers.
He's almost going. What a save by Beers.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Oh, it's still going bad for him. Narducci and Dallas Mayand kind of made that a little bit worse for Beers, but I gotta say, I think there was a little bit of netcode. I know it's the worst worst excuse on iRacing ever, but I don't think Ty was that close to Beers when they made contact. So we'll see if we can get a replay of that. But everybody but I guess Beers is too. He's going just back in the 11th spot. See what happened here. So they're side by side through turn 2, and it switches back to Ty on the inside in turn 3.
That was not good.
Yeah, a lot of netcode there, and I can't say for certain that there wouldn't have been contact with. I mean, Ty had a pretty shallow entry to that corner, so I think there might have been some contact regardless, but it shouldn't have spun Beers. So that was pretty ridiculous netcode, in my opinion. We've unfortunately just seen all too many times here on iRacing so far, but we got a battle for the lead here. Eric Ziegel in that beautiful throwback there is he is putting some pressure on Ray Bracy there. So Eric Ziegel, we saw him have a good run at Road America, had a couple top 10 finishes to his name there. So he has shown that he's got some creds here on the road course races for that Bobby Hammer Motorsports team. We know they're short track aces, but they know what they're doing here. Got a replay of Dallas Mayand having an issue. He got spun off with the 71 of Carpenter through the final corner, and no damage really. He gets it going, but he has been kicked back to the 27th position and 16.8 seconds behind the leader. So a lot of time to make up. We got some. Ooh, James Miller is in the grass.
Lord.
We have people all over the place where they're not supposed to be. We got some argy-bargy through the middle of the pack here. That looks like around the 20th on back position or so. And a little bit further on up, there's Daniel Gore. He's making a move on the 90 of Johnny Eckert. Ooh, we got the 47 sideways. Last corner. That's the second half's a little bit. I mean, typically are a little bit more messy than the first halves, but this has been a very interesting first 5 laps. Lots happened so far. Ooh, right there, a little bit more happening. 29 of Millet and the 21 of Capuano going at it into turn number 2. Capuano it's been pretty quick this weekend. At a P15 finished half number 1, P16 currently going for. Going for that 15 spot once again. Capuano not a road course racer by any means, but doing a good job here tonight. Keep it on track and keep the damage control to a minimum.
Yeah, and so far so good for him.
Here at the front, it looks like Bracy has extended his gap over this 5 of Ziegel by just a little bit. He's probably, really, if you're out front, sometimes you can back up your pace a little bit. I think Ray might just be letting it loose here a little bit.
There's 3 wide. Oh,
3 wide. That actually went about as well as it could. James Miller actually lost the spot to the crossover from who was that he got crossed up on? Barbieri it was. So, okay. Yeah, let's keep an eye on that battle with Barbieri and Miller. They've had some they had some issues last week at Bristol, some very vocal issues over the radio. So that 15 of Barbieri can make things a little bit difficult for anyone he doesn't find pleasing right now. So we'll see if they play nice here. James Miller on the inside of Barbieri once again through turns 1 and 2, or excuse me, turn 1. We're not at an oval. And it's going to be a...
big sideways for Dave. He had to hold on to it. He ate the sausage curve there on exit.
Yes, he did.
Oh, but he's still there.
Oh, contact. Door check on the 48, and they're still going at it.
No!
No, we're on board with him. Oh, no. We're supposed to do that one, Aaron.
I don't know.
We'll take a look at a replay. It kind of seems like maybe Dave kind of came down on. Let's take a look.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
Yeah, it looked like they might have both been just kind of like going at it a little bit here.
It could just be a racing view.
I feel like Aaron, he was there, and I don't feel like Dave left him enough room to exist through that corner. So, yeah, it's kind of what you get with corners like that, James. Little switchback corners like that, where you go from the outside and inside. It can definitely cause a little bit of havoc like that.
Everyone's going wide.
Yeah, absolutely.
Track limits are goofy on that corner. You really only get about 9/10 of your car width before it helps you to slow down. So you got to be really careful. Ooh!
There's contact.
Eckert down. Wow, and they all saved it. These guys are wheeling it tonight. Oh my goodness.
I have a feeling Noah's not going to be happy about that one.
Eckert going off. Oh, and he's in the wall. Johnny Eckert in the wall.
Oh, yeah, he's getting it going again, but that is not the type of race we would expect from Johnny Eckert.
Here he is going into the corner.
See, Noah Brown was making the move, or he had the move made by Daniel Gore. Here comes Eckert with a send-of-all set. He just lost it under brakes, just overcooked it.
And then it continues. Johnny gets swamped and has to take a evasive action, gets the grass and
right.
Boink.
Who put that wall there? No, seriously.
Yeah, that was if there was ever a snowball effect of a lap, Johnny Eckert just experienced it. He got past, and then he gets he probably got a little bit flustered by the passing, and then he gets off in the grass a little bit, and grass has a lot less grip than asphalt, and there's a wall there, like you guys said. Just interesting place for a wall, but it was there. And these drivers have had, what, 34 laps to know that it is not supposed to be hit out there. But Austin Beers is in the pits. What is...
Might
he
be an early pit
actually-
stop.
No,
he's
he is
garage.
gone. I didn't see anything that happened to him that looked like it was catastrophic, but I can check real quick.
So this is the only thing that's showing up. I don't know if this is a crash or not. This just showed up on lap number 6. Says he went off track and then came back like a second later, I think.
Yeah, I'm showing he went in the pits, like spun out or
Yeah, it looked like
I don't know
maybe
about that
some.
one.
That kind of seems like maybe something's happening in real life and he has to quickly get out.
Yeah, that didn't look like a spin. It looked like a turn towards the pits and then kind of a just, yeah, so.
And I'm not
That's,
seeing anything to warrant like a rage.
Yeah, that's probably what I would go for. So maybe a little something to attend to: cat emergency, dog emergency, wife, girlfriend emergency, something like that. So whatever it is, I hope Beers is good. Hope his
Oh
my goodness!
no!
Oh, a 3-car right there. Oh my goodness, the 38 of Blanchard
Brown
and the
keeps on
36
getting
of Watt.
involved.
Oh my God, that was 18 of him there. He got 2 of them. 36 of Lutz is going after him. I mean, I don't blame him entirely, but yeah.
Yeah,
Not much you can say about that one.
No, Brown just wants people to stop having issues near him.
Thankfully, I think for this one, he kind of got out of it the best of all the drivers around him instead of the other way around. So, Lutz and Blanchard, Blanchard's the Team R driver, Lutz the Bobby Hammer Motorsports driver, and I mean, by how that really could have gone, I mean, it's not too bad. They lost 1 spot each, and I want to highlight the 85 of Kynan Jones a little bit. Having a battle for the lead, actually. We'll get to Kynan in a moment here. Gore has caught Bracy, and that battle, or that gap is 0.2 of a second, and probably about to be none here through the last corner. So we'll see how long it takes for Gore to work over Bracy. He won't overcook it here. Probably he's got plenty of laps here to do it. About 30 laps to go here, and I would call that all the time in the world. Looking on the inside of turn number 1, he's going to outbrake him, I think, as long as he can stay in the track there. I think that was legal. You have
Yeah, no
you have
issues
your
here.
entire width to go over that curb, and yeah, he does get it. But oh, Bracy on the inside, he's coming back, trying to cross him over again and make something work. And I don't think it's going to be.
Oh, looking maybe crossover.
I think Gore's going to have it here, but Bracy is not giving up. He's saying, no, I'm not going to give it to you. It is like Trackhouse Motorsports or Motorplex in.
Oh, all right, what a camera!
3. It was, or
Crazy.
24. Yeah, but there you go. Daniel Gore, he's gotten around Ray Bracy, and pretty clear and concise right there. Now we got a battle a little bit further on back. Johnny Eckert and Darren Staff. Johnny Eckert, he's lucky to be still out there, considering he ran into the tire barrier. So he's got a lot of ground to make up. Darren Staff coming on the inside again.
Yeah, that
Oh,
that
15
vehicle was
around in the
moving.
final corner. 15 went around to the final corner. Yep, there he is.
Oh, yeah. Barbieri has had a rough go at it this weekend, so I'm sure he'll be happy to get these last 30 laps complete and out of the way and not have to worry about Red Bull Ring anymore. The battle for the 5th spot, Kynan Jones and Noah Brown going at it. Kynan Jones has fallen back just a little bit from that 8 of McIntosh over the last couple laps. He was on McIntosh's bumper and has not quite there. Looks like he might be working pretty hard there for turn 1. I think it looks pretty good though. Back at Noah Brown, there's the 47 of Sam Boutwell. He is off pace quite significantly and staying out of the way of the leaders. Good to see that. So kind of Jones a little bit wide there through turn 3. He's going to keep it under control and keep that spot from behind safe for now. I do like that 65 car of Noah Brown's, the Justin Marks Crocs throwback from circa 2010 ARCA, around that time period. So not sure if any fans nowadays would know that Justin Marks used to be a driver if they got into the sport recently, because seemed to not really care about things like that, but it was indeed the case, and Noah Brown is in that machine.
And
Ryan,
he's even an Xfinity race winner.
Yes, he is. Was it Dover? I don't think it was Dover.
No, it was
It had to be
Mid
road
Ohio.
course, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yep, it was the Mid Ohio rain race in 2016.
38 of Ryan Blanchard, 7 of Bracey, 1.5 seconds behind Daniel Gore right now. So we're 17 laps of the race. I would probably be expecting these drivers to pit within the next 5, 6, 7 laps or so. Probably just split it in half.
Starting to get pretty dark.
Kind of Jones putting Ty out right now, saying that he doesn't look like he's saving his tires at all, and I would probably tend to agree with that. Ty is sliding all over the place, but that is all right. He knows how to drive. He knows what he's doing here. It's a pretty good-looking machine there in that number 8 car. That is Joe Nemechek's truck from 2014. So little yellow and purple. I think underrated color combination, and my favorite color on that car as well.
Yeah, it
I
gives
do
me
love purple.
Marty Robbins vibes. There's an issue in the last corner. Peeler going around.
Peeler, I
Let's
see
see
Zach
here.
Evans registered as maybe having issues. Take a look at both of those incidents.
See Peeler and Capel. Oh, I think Capilano made contact, and oh, poor Zach Evans, nowhere to go.
We got Ryan Lutz down pit road, so maybe some strategy being called here. Early pit stop for the 36. So probably trying to see if he can get some fresh tires on that machine and do a little bit of a undercut here on the other drivers. Get some see if he can make some time up. But of course, that means that he will be a little bit slower at the end of the run, which is what it is. But it is a strategy that can be called there. Daniel Gore going around the 01 of Narducci for to put him 1 lap down. Narducci, he was 11th. Not
No,
close to going lap down. Oh, sorry, that's not Daniel Gore. That is
that's James Miller,
that is James Miller.
and that is for position. Hannah Jones, Blanchard down pit road.
I don't know why I thought that was Gore, because Gore has a blue car, and I don't know, but
Fine, we've all been
yeah,
there.
yeah. More stuff going here on pit road, so I would expect that everybody is with the window open, probably going to be filing down one by one now. There is Narducci, who want to apologize to him. He is not a lap down. He is in P11. Ryan Blanchard there. Here's Thomas Capuano. So some of the drivers a little bit further on back, looking like they are trying to get the freshies on early and make some track position, some time up there. There's kind of Jones coming out. Tires on that Hungry Jack's machine, and see what he can do.
Oh,
Noah Brown coming in now.
that was pretty close.
Don't think we've had no black flags yet. No speeding or anything like that. So everybody has been clean so far. Nice wide pit road, which you would expect for a Formula One venue.
I find it makes it hard to for whenever I go to these type of racetrack. It's always difficult for me to actually find where my pit stall is when I first start practicing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it could be
you
a
know
little
what?
bit weird.
Yeah, I agree with that. And sometimes with the space too is that they actually put like an invisible wall, and if you're not careful, you can hit that invisible wall and cause yourself damage. So That's always something I'm worried about too.
We have a Dylan Gooden in chat asking what game this is. Thank you for your question, Dylan. This is StarCraft, obviously.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
No, this
Is
is actually
Is it finally
Star
out of
Cruiser.
early access?
yeah, this is the 2.0 version.
This is what all the $1,000 pre-order shits got you for Red
All
Bull
those-
Ring somehow.
All those ships. Those ships cost hundreds of like dollars, like almost like over thousands, right?
Yeah, some of them are ridiculous.
Leader pit road.
Yep,
Daniel
leaders
Boy
pit
is in.
road.
Bunch of activity down here. It looks like a lot of the top 10 are coming in now. There's Gore, there's Gracie, Ziegel. Eckert looks like he's coming in. Darren Staff coming in. Yeah, right at halfway. It's kind of when you probably would have expected it with the... I talked to some of the drivers, and they said the fuel run was about 26 to 27 laps in these Cup cars. So halfway is just about right. Going to be 4 tires and fuel on all of these cars. No 2-tire strategy here. That would probably make your life a living hell.
You say that, James Miller, 6-second pit stop.
Interesting. Did he
He's
take
your
any
current-
tires?
He's gonna cycle into your race leader at the moment.
Let's see, because I'm going through here.
No, Thrasher, this is not Fortnite.
Yeah, this is Fall Guys, right?
No, yeah,
No,
Dylan Good is
yeah.
Dylan Good, one of the ex-OSCA drivers, was in the series, I believe, last season. If not last season, the season before that, definitely. But not in the car this season. Probably, I don't know. Might wish he was in it. We'd have to get the word from him, but definitely fun watching these OSCA drivers take
Oh, Ty
this Red Bull
McIntosh.
Ring.
Sorry to cut you off. He had a 9-second pit stop.
Interesting.
Now, I haven't seen James. Maybe it's just maybe I'm tripping. I haven't seen James actually pit though, because he started in the pit road, but he hasn't.
Oh, you
I
know
don't
what?
see-
You are right. You are absolutely. I apologize. You're absolutely right. Yeah, it does say his pit lap was 0, which is when he started the race.
Oh,
Now,
DJ
my
Weeks
bad.
is retired.
Oh, sucks.
What happened to DJ? Had a little bit of a spin with Thomas Capuano, no damage, but right after
Other
that,
night?
just decided yeah, no more of that for me. He immediately pulled in and might have even all left forward. I don't know, but he is quickly out of the race.
Came down
Yep.
on Tom, it looks like. By the way, Gilberto is down on pit road while this is going on.
I think let's see, who has not pit yet? I think Johnny has not pit.
Johnny James Miller. Johnny James
the last
Miller,
two,
and then
or-
Dylan Thomas in 8th has not pitted yet. Barberry also has not pitted, neither has Aaron Evans. I think everyone else has pitted.
All right, so you probably expect Eckert and Miller to pit here in the next lap or two, because
Oh,
I don't
no,
think-
Brown, way wide in the next to last corner.
yeah,
He took all
Contact.
the run off.
he got some contact with the 03 of Dylan Thomas, and I don't know what happened there. But that was a great save on Noah's part, because that car was wrecking.
Oh, yep.
He's lucky that thing didn't hook left and go into that tire barrier, because that would have been race over for him. So
I think that maybe set him up for
I'm,
a great final corner.
yeah.
Eckert
If
on
he
pit
didn't
road.
get too much of a slowdown, because
47 around in the back.
oh yeah, if Noah didn't get too much of a slowdown, that probably would have been a good little exit off though. But yeah, there's Sam Beltwell, Noah and Ryan Lutz are going at it. We have a good little battle here for the 8th position. These are two drivers that are. Oh, there he goes. No on the
Wow.
inside through turn 1. Just carried a lot of speed through that corner, just way more than Ryan did, and that's really not even going to be a battle, I don't think.
Oh,
You know, Ryan, I think he probably he can see that 65 just is quicker than him. There's no reason to make his life miserable and slow yourself down as well. And I think Ryan, you know, knows that. He sees that, and I think he's probably doing the right thing there. So give Noah the 8th position, cycle through here, and there's Miller. Eckert is still on the racetrack for one more lap. I would assume he probably can't go more than.
Eckert already went down pit road.
Oh yes, he did. Yes, he did. That's why he is. That's why he is passing. Okay, so we'll.
Aaron Evans and James Miller also going down pit road, and with that, that will complete the whole green flag cycle.
So 17 laps to go. 4.6 and change second lead for Ty McIntosh to Daniel Gore. We'll flip that around. Daniel Gore to Ty McIntosh. Daniel Gore with one in the front, but then it's about, we'll call that 0.3 of a second back to Ray Bracey. So those two likely to be going at it. There's James Miller. He's going to cycle back to 9th.
Yeah, Ty McIntosh and James Miller both did not take tires, or at least did not take 4 sets of tires. Ty McIntosh currently in second had a 9-second pit stop, and James Miller, who initially I said he did have a pit stop of about 6 seconds, did come down and had a 5-second pit stop. So he just really gassed it up and left.
Interesting, yeah.
Very interesting. We'll see how that one works for him.
And I can tell you that just from having done the lights race here on Tuesday, that these rear tires, they are going to go. So James, I think probably the only right foot braker in OSCA, as you see the foot cam on the right of his race car there at the bottom.
I am also a right
does
foot
not.
braker.
Oh yeah, I never understood it. I could never like put my head around it. Not, I for like a road course, it makes sense to me, but for like an oval, I couldn't get my head around how that would even work.
For me, it was the opposite, because I was taught to drive with, you know, the right pedal, and like that's it. Like I honestly did not know that people were left foot braking until like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I just do not have the coordination to do it. Like, there's way too many moving parts, and trying to time everything correctly and do that consistently, it's just absolute madness for me, honestly.
I'm slowly teaching myself. I got it good once and then had a break, and I need to reteach myself again. Yeah, if I had known that left foot braking was common among like racing, that's probably how I would have started.
I think for me it was like you do learn to just use the one foot when you're driving like a road car, driver's ed and such. But when I would do like go-karts, I go to the go-kart tracks as a kid. It's the way that you sit in a go-kart. Obviously, you have the steering shaft, and then your legs are on either side of that. See a retirement here for Ryan Barbieri. It's like through turn 1, he's going to pull it off to the runoff and
Call it a night.
just done for the night. He was running in the lower teens to about 20th position, so probably just not a road course type of night for him. So we do have an oval next week. It is another international track, but it is going to be probably the most wild race of the season. Monza Oval. We're gonna have
Adios mio.
116 laps of that race, and if you're a racing fan, if you were a race fan around 2020, you know the significance of the Monza Oval. I won't get into it on the broadcast here, but you know the significance of the Monza Oval.
Monza madness.
I mean, it was absolutely crazy what happened. It sent ripples through the racing world. Like, I don't know how Jordan Taylor didn't get injured in that.
I know, dude. His sim rig broke while he was in the middle of it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
The video of
That
him
was-
like sideways, that was wild, man.
Right? That was truly the craziest thing that happened that night. That's all I could think of at any rate.
I mean,
Oh! Oh! Jones
No,
is
that
single-
is-
Oh, wow, my
And they're still
goodness.
hidden. I think they got it under control. That was wild.
And look who's right there to watch it, Noah Brown. Always something, Noah Brown.
Finding himself in all the fun tonight. So he's gonna.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh, there's more contact. I can't imagine Kynan is going to be giving Ziegel much of a break as all of them try to run down noted road course hater David Westergreen.
That was wild. That should have been a huge crash there, but they were good job on all of them keeping it straight and keeping it under control. And Noah Brown, he's really just had a few instances tonight where there's been a lot of contact and argy-bargy in front of him. He's been able to pass 2-3 cars at a time, so he's probably loving what he's seeing. He's not winning. Probably enjoying having these types of battles and passes to his credit. So running in fourth right now. It's about 3 seconds behind Ty McIntosh and Ray Bracey, who are actually still going at it pretty consistently there at the front. There's James Miller and Aaron Staff. That is for 10th place right now. And
Yeah.
James Miller on those old tires.
James Miller also in the Marcos Ambrose throwback, but it's not one I think many people will remember. That's actually the 09 Mustang that he ran in Xfinity and was able to win at Montreal back in 2013.
That sounds.
2012,
I think that sounds correct. I think it is 2013. I think 2012 it was still the Fusion.
The throwback
Correct.
sheet has D West car as the 2013 Cup car and James's car as the 2014 Xfinity car. So not sure how true that is, but that is a list that was provided to us from Vic, and if Vic is wrong, then
I mean,
will
Vic did
take
spell
every
pedals
opportunity to-
incorrectly.
This is true. This is very true.
I do think for once Vic is actually correct this time.
Yeah, I do agree because I do remember seeing noted the Dave Carpenter scheme, which not Dave Carpenter, Dave Westergreen scheme in the. Wait, no, I'm confused. You know what? I'm just gonna stop talking.
Yeah, it was right around that point. I never forget that race when Villeneuve dumped Tagliani and Ambrose was able to take the lead because of it. Or Tagliani deserved better. Meanwhile, I have no idea what in the world is going on over race chat.
Yeah, it was because Kynan Jones was pretty hot about the incident with Eric Ziegel, and apparently it was determined that
Oh, let's hard
Oh.
into the wall.
that is a dead race car right there. Well, not really. It's still going, but
No meatball.
what happened here? There was contact. Oh,
Yeah.
that was a lot of contact with Johnny Eckert, and I don't think it was Johnny's fault.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know what.
It's
I
not
don't know
our
what
job.
Lutz was doing there. Oh, that's probably
There's
why.
some contact right there, and then let's
Oh,
just
yeah.
kind of
He just turns left.
Oh, meanwhile, Thomas Capuano hard into the wall as well.
Oh, that car's done.
Oh yeah.
Meatball for Thomas. Meatball for Dakota.
Oh,
Actually, Dakota's better. Oh, Lutz!
Noah
Oh, what?
Noah Brown got some damage in that Thomas Capuano incident.
So
Oh, Noah Brown's all sorts of sideways now. He is having a time, or was having a time.
here's a replay.
Everybody's going out after each other. in
Oh,
rush
it's
hour
that
now.
wall! Oh
Capuano-
no! Seriously,
Noah Brown,
who
I know
put
where
that
to
wall
go.
there?
Auburn. Adam Peeler now upset someone.
Yeah, everything is just going. Oof.
I can see what happened to Keeler here. I think it might have something to do with the 0-1 of Narjucci. So, the Bobby Hammer Motorsports guys are having a interesting last couple laps here of the race.
They're getting hammered.
There's a lot of damage.
I know Brown. He's probably gonna be pretty slow down these straightaways, but not much he can do. He's got 5 laps to go here, 6 laps to go, and you gotta get it to the end of the race somehow. Make sure, hopefully, those temperatures, the radiator's not busted entirely, and you have some water pressure going through your cooling system, because your engine will cook itself pretty quickly without that happening. So, if he's got no cooling, he will blow up before the end of the race. I think he is pretty good right now. There is sufficient grill opening that front end is not destroyed, so he's just gonna have some extra drag and a little bit extra. What?
No, go ahead, finish your thought.
Oh, I was just kind of rambling about the cooling system. What do we got?
You were mentioning something was being determined about Kynan. What was that?
Oh, it was Kynan and race control arguing about who was the fault of the contact in turn number 1. Of course, no caution was caused for it, so no penalty is going to be assessed. It was just yeah, you know, a little bit of argument there. Ryan Jones now under fire from Ryan Blanchard and probably Johnny Ecker here through turn 2. And using that switch back to his advantage. Move Blanchard to the P position, number 6 position. So Blanchard has been unspectacular this night, but he's also been very solid. Finished 9th in half number 1 and currently running in 6th. So for someone who's probably not a road course racer themselves, that is more than adequate. Yeah, I'd say even pretty good. So good job for the number 38. Has not had any incidents to speak of either, unlike some of his teammates have had. So doing a good job on that front. There's Kynan Jones getting passed by Johnny Eckert for P7.
Whoa, whoa!
Blanchard's having issues.
Yes, he is.
Oh, he
overcooked
it.
Did I just commentator curse my driver? Probably did.
First time.
So, yeah, we need to stop doing that. But either way, it's fine. It is okay. Move Eckert to the position number 6. So he's got quite a ways to go catch number 5 of Ziegel. And don't look now, it is a 14.5-second gap from Gore to Ray Bracey. So you're not missing anything at the front. It is Daniel Gore. He is actually flown back to England already. He is on the plane, still winning the race by 14 seconds.
Shout out to Bracey.
Bracey's doing a great job. He's got a Ty McIntosh on his rear bumper once again. That was the case at the start of the race. They got separated for a little bit, and Ty is back there again. So
On old tires.
Ty is doing a great job himself as well. He needed to come into this race with have a solid, unspectacular and undramatic night, and he is done just that. Had a position 5 finish in half number 1, looking for P3 in half number 2 here if he can finish these last 2 laps. And that'd be a pretty good little rebound for Ty. Of course, Ty had a lot of hopes and aspirations coming into this season. Coming out of the booth, going to get into a car once again, and it just he's had a lot of bad luck. And I was actually talking to Ty a little bit that last week was somewhat of a breaking point for him, just with how that happened and the speed he showed, and just the fact that he felt like he was wronged. So. It's good to see him be able to rebound here and have a good night for once. And I'm sure, James, that when you get in those ruts, it sucks as a driver. You feel like you can't do anything.
Absolutely. There is nothing worse than when you're getting into a serious rut as a driver. I know someone else that also knows the issues of being in a serious rut is Neil.
Why was I thinking that at the same time? I knew you were gonna go there. I was like, P17, Neil Rutt's probably in the place. It's 3 wide in front of him, but no pair
Oh
in the
my
world.
lord!
Daniel Gore sweeps the weekend here at Red Bull Ring and does a little burnout there across the line. We have 15 seconds before we're expecting the next car to cross the line, and it should be Ray Bracey. Oh, we got some problems there. That's the O3 of Dylan
those
Thomas.
guys are still racing.
They're still racing. Daniel Gore was not. There's Ray Bracey across the line. McIntosh, Brown, Ziegel have all finished. There's Eckert. There's Blanchard across the line. Kynan Jones, Darren Staff, and then James Miller is going to come home in P10. I believe Narducci a little bit further on back. He's the last car in the lead lap in P11. And that's going to be it for the rest of these drivers. So, yeah.
How about Aaron
Quick little one
Evans,
here.
25th to 14th? The respectable race.
Absolutely.
We grilled him a little bit, and he decided to have a respectable race. So, you know what?
Yeah,
Maybe we need to bring Bullion back a little bit in the booth.
We have Gore Van Gisbergen over here doing like side drifts throughout all the corners.
Shane Van Gorsbergen.
Yeah.
Boo. I'm the only one around here who does the bad puns. Stay in your lane, mister. The nervous of people.
He's finally doing his burnouts after he decided to kill his tires around the whole track here. 1.4 miles of Austrian asphalt. And there is Ray Bracey doing some burnouts as well. I'm excited that we're going to get a word with him. Yeah, we're going to get a word with him. Ray has had a season a little bit inconsistent, really not too much of his own fault. He's been getting involved in other people's messes and such like that. But P2 is a great run for Ray, and he deserves it. He works really hard, and he's a good guy. So good to see him have a good run here. We'll let these drivers get their thoughts together a little bit and catch up, and we'll have some interviews for you in just a moment.
Take a look at the results first.
We can. It's Daniel Gore coming home with your win. He sweeps the weekend here at Red Bull Ring, so that is his, let me check, 4th win of the season, or so far in 10 races. So, I mean, if you don't like the chances of a Daniel Gore three-peat, it is going pretty bad for you currently. Ray Bracey in P2, good run for him. Ty McIntosh in P3, he's had a pretty good weekend this weekend. So, at the Red Bull Ring. Noah Brown, he holds off Eric Ziegel with that front end damage to finish in 4th. Johnny Eckert in, Eric Ziegel's in 5th. Johnny Eckert in 6th. Ryan Blanchard in 7th. Kynan Jones in P8 there, so he's able to hold on as well with that damage. Darren Saff in 9th, and James Miller in 10th. Brian Narducci in 11th. The last car on the lead lap. And in 12th, Gilberto Javier Gomera in the number 99. Tristan Millette in the 29, finishes 13th. 14th is Aaron Evans. 15th is Dallas Myhan. 16th is Neil Rutt in the rut. Dave Westergreen, noted road course hater, is 17th. Adam Peeler, 18th. Dylan Thomas, 19th. We saw him have an issue there right at the end of the race in front of Daniel Gore after he already finished. Zach Evans finishes in P20, so rough night for him. Dan Beltwell, the one-off, he is P21. Ryan Lutz in P22 with the hard wreck at the end there. Thomas Capuano, same with him, P23. Ryan Barbieri, he had enough of the race. Few laps for that, P24. Dave Carpenter, P25. Jay Weeks, P26. Jordan Tarble, P27. And Dakota Pignataro, P28. A lot of action here at the Red Bull Ring, and I'd say that, that was a pretty fun one. Look at our interview waiting room. See who is down there, and yeah, we'll get P3 up here. And Ty McIntosh, this is Cameron Rich up in the booth. You got a copy?
right, then keep your secret.
Oh wait, I had an internet issue. We're good.
All right,
I can hear you
then
now.
Keep your secrets.
I don't have secrets.
Well, pretty good night for you, Ty. A 5th and a 3rd. I mean, after last week, probably just what you needed, just what the doctor ordered. Tell us about your night here at the Red Bull Ring.
Yeah, it wasn't that eventful, honestly, and I was kind of expecting it to be, but half one, I didn't qualify as good as I thought I would. I kind of missed it a little bit. I was in the green and ran out of time, but that's just on me. I don't know what happened, but half one was pretty solid. The sprints kind of don't go good for me. I'm more of a long run guy. Like I like to kind of take it easy, back it off, and save tire. And 5th there was great. I feel like I could have had 4th. I was nudged a little bit, but that's all. I'm going to leave it there. Then half two, I mean, starting 6th, there was a lot of chaos that happened. I know Lutz got killed. There was netcode between me and Beers. I feel terrible. I obviously can't do anything about it. And then the whole second run there, I mean, I didn't think taking 2 was an option. I came in, they took forever to jack up the car on the left side, so I looked at the right side tires. They were at 96, 95. I said, all right, we're taking 2. And it ended up being like a 7-second stop. Even with the overcut, I came out in front of Bojo, which was nice. And I didn't think the pace was really that different. And then I let Bojo go because Bojo was 10 times quicker than me. And I didn't want to cost us both a podium. I think we got a lucky break there at the end. But first double podium for Southern Speed Co. after last week, especially, and everything that happened this week. I am ecstatic.
And that's a good shout there. Your teammate Ray Bracey in second. I mean, a good run for him too. I would say that it was the dynamic of the races was a little bit different here with just how short half one was, and then you had to do pits in half number 2. Was the pitting a challenge at all? Just with the way this pit road is, it's a long pit lane. It's got the weird entry there, and it's wide, and it's kind of funky compared to most American style road courses.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, and I would have to say the fact that it was 10 times easier for me was having ran Elite here earlier this month, really. I kind of got to see what it was like, and I hit it so many times there that knowing I needed to hit it once here was pretty simple. It's definitely weird because I felt like I gave up time because you don't know where the pit cone is to slow down, so you're trying to slow down. You don't want to get in the grass and go in the tire barrier, but you're also trying to not lose too much speed. But I think that, and then how tight the exit is, and the way you merge with other cars, it definitely made it tricky. And I'd be interesting to see if, going back and looking at this, if it caused anybody else to lose a little bit of time. But definitely wild compared to what we normally have, like Watkins Glen or Sonoma and stuff like that.
Well, next week we have a race that's going to be one of the OSCA races of all time, because every time we have gone to this track, it has been one of the OSCA races of all time. And we're going to the Monza Oval. And we were talking about just how oddly significant that is in the course of history and racing and sim racing, and just COVID in itself, how it just was weird that way. But how are you feeling about Monza Oval? You think that's going to be a fun one?
I mean, it's such a weird track that it's hard to say. We ran there before in this car, and I didn't do that great, but I think that was just me still being new to the service. But I'm looking forward to it. We have actually something really cool that Bojo's not going to be here next week, so I'm kind of sad that he's not going to be here for it. We might do it again because of that. We're going to do something really cool, so it'll give you guys something to talk about. It's going to confuse you guys at first, but you'll figure it out. But I'm really excited. I think it's going to be definitely the craziest night of the year for us, and I'm looking forward to it. I think being in the booth would be sick, but I'm looking forward to watching Adam Peeler drive headfirst into the barrier again.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself a little bit. The last time we were at that racetrack, there was a lot of death. So we'll have the stretchers ready. We'll have the ambulances on standby. But before we let you go, any shout outs for us tonight, Ty?
Absolutely. I mean, it was a throwback race. We had a badass race car, man. The quick shifts. Joe Nemechek 2014 Bully Hill Vineyards throwback was sick. I loved it. Bojo did a great job. I'm not normally a purple kind of guy, but I think after tonight it bangs, so I'm gonna probably end up running it again. Bojo, I mean, he had a hell of a half. Super proud of him. Everybody that sponsors Southern Speed Co., Traders Brewing, Bojo for making our paints, Bite Size Sports, Weekend Woodsman for helping Goody out. or Gilly out. Sorry. I'm beyond ecstatic tonight. I know my buddy Thrash is watching. Thrash, love you, buddy. I think my parents are watching. Dad, if you're watching, love you. Mom, love you. You guys put on the show, Vic, for managing us, because I know I needed managing after Tuesday, but we're a little bit better now. That's about it. That's everybody on the block.
Thrasher thought this was Fortnite. In the chat.
I'll have to talk to him about that. I don't really know.
No, you know what this is? The crew is finally back online. Ubisoft, listen to everybody.
Oh, there we
You
go.
know what? That might be it.
Could be it, yeah. So, anyway, it's we'll be seeing you next week, and next week's just gonna be. I can't wait for that. So
It's a sim race of all time.
absolutely, yeah, just nuts. But thank you for talking to us. Great run tonight. You know, overall the average of fourth on night, fifth and a third. So just a really good run, and yeah, I think we'll probably see a good run from you next week. If you don't hit the barriers.
You'll hear from me if I hit the barriers or if I do good. So.
All right, awesome. That was Ty McIntosh, your third place finisher in half number 2, and got Ray Bracey down here. I think James is caught up with him.
Sir Ray, James in the booth, you got a copy.
Hey, I do. Howdy.
Awesome job tonight. Amazing effort to bring home P2. We saw you start on the pole for the second half, and you were pretty well untouched by everyone except for the OSCA version of Shane Van Gisberg. And just take us through your race.
Yeah, the first race, honestly, I finished about where I thought I would expect to be. I got a little contact with Ryan, but I think it was mostly my fault anyway. I haven't looked at it, but yeah. And then, you know, some lucky things on the last lap, and I got 10th place. And I was happy with that. I was like, that's a good night for what I considered at the time. Then I started on pole, which was scary, but was able to hold off Ziegel early on, lead a bunch of laps there, and then yeah. RSVG here eventually passed me, but and I was like, yeah, that's fine. I led some laps. This was fun. I thought more people would come by. Noah, Noah. Well, yeah, Noah, I think spun or something. I didn't see what happened there, and then Ty tried some 2-tire strategy or something. But I was chasing him down for a good bit, and he just let me by because he's cool like that. So so tonight I wasn't in the chat or in the Discord. My computer's been having issues. I raced last night and it just crashed like over and over. I don't know what was happening, and it was crashing tonight too. Mostly under replay, but it did happen while I was driving this too. So I was just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna go bare bones iRacing tonight. No Discord, no camera, no third-party apps. I didn't even have trading paints on. I had all the paints downloaded anyway. So yeah, so I was just kind of, maybe that helped. Maybe just being in the zone there was what I needed to do, because yeah, I felt pretty calm and collected. Especially even when I was with Ty, I was like, either he'll mess up or I'll get around him somehow. But yeah, I mean, second race technically, if you look back on it in retrospect, it's kind of boring for me. I was in first place, and then I was in second place, and that was mostly about it. I had my teammate help me. I heard a lot of action around the track, and I saw a lot of stuff happen in front of me. But yeah, for me, I was just all right. Got a lot of practice on the Red Bull from last week's race in other places, and yeah, naturally it was, you know, Gore, me, and Ty, 3 people have been practicing since 2 weeks ago for the other league, and then we practiced for this league, and so I think it's only fair that we ended up top 3 today. So anyway, I'm sorry I'm blabbing a lot. I'm tired and excited at the same time. So yeah, P2, I love it. It would be a P1 if, you know, aliens didn't exist. But I love Gore, so I'm glad it was him at least. It's kind of like my win last season, Watkins Glen. You know, it's like Gore wasn't there, so I had to take advantage while I could. So I'm just glad I got. I mean, I'm glad I got a top 10. But P2, I'll take that. Obviously, I love that. Anyway, I'll stop blabbing. Let you guys do your job.
Well, just real quick, what was your idea on pit strategy? Because we did see some varied strategies with some guys taking 2, some guys taking fuel only. I believe you ended up taking 4, and it clearly served you very well.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't thinking about Gore because I knew he had a huge gap anyway, so he could take 8 tires and he would be fine. So, and then I was in P2. It was an interesting choice for me because I was like, well, I know some people are going to try a strategy, but I'm kind of gaining on, or I'm kind of pulling away from whoever was P3 at the time. It was like either Ziegel or Noah, I believe, in the first stint. So yeah, it was interesting. I was just like, well, I have at least like a 3-second cushion, 4-second cushion. I'll go ahead and take the 4 because if they try to take 2, I mean, the gap won't be that big and I'll have the advantage. So I think just because of the position I was in, I took 4 tires just because I had just enough cushion. I felt that I was comfortable, and I probably would have taken 4 in any scenario because I killed the crap out of my tires, especially the rears. But yeah, it was interesting to see the 2-tire strategy not be completely bad because I believe Ty took 2, and we were pretty much beside each other the whole time. I mean, he's a little better than me. He had to work his way up the field, so he technically had to do a lot more tonight to get to where he was. But yeah, he took 2 tires just to get to where I was, and I wonder if he took 4, he probably could have even passed me, honestly. But yeah, I think 4 tires was the right call. I don't know many. I was even contemplating taking no tires at some point because like just top off, like do a late pit, just top off for the minimum pit time. But I'm not that good. I'm not like you know, Gore or SVG or something like that could pull that move off. I'm just gonna play it safe, do the conservative thing I have to do. Don't go too crazy. So yeah, it was it was tough too because I had to do it all by myself. I couldn't talk to Ty or David about it. It's like, oh, what should I do? It was like, well, I'm just gonna play it safe. I'm in my my little box here by myself. I can't talk to anybody. I'm scared to push the talk because my game might freeze. So I just wanted to get through this race as simply as possible. And somehow I got a P2 out of it. So yeah, there you go.
All right, well, we're thrilled to see you bring home the great finishing position, Ray. Always thrilled to talk to you up here. Any sponsors, plugs, and shoutouts you like to give?
Yeah. I mean, can't reach it. I can't reach it. There we go. Yeah. Okay. I mean, traders. Yeah. Woo, got to crack open one finally for an interview. Thank you to Traders Brewery for sending free beer for me. That was awesome.
And Ken handles a beer.
Hey, what kind of beer is that?
Took one sip, started coughing.
It's been a long day. I've been very pissed at my computer all day. Give me a slack here. There we go. Thanks to my offshore guys, Ty, David, Gilly. Thanks to this guy right here, Pushkin. Pushkin is currently outside my room because I was already mad and I didn't want cat interference for tonight. So thanks to my wife who puts up with my iRacing stuff all the time. I love her so much. And thanks to you guys, and OSCA, and Vic, Carlos, Cameron, James. Making sure I got the names right. Okay. Thanks to you guys. I love putting on the broadcast. Check out Quick Shifts. It will be one for this race because I did well. So that definitely happened. Go to Bojo Racing on YouTube and watch silly stuff happen in these races and other places too.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you, Ray, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Yeah, I'll see you at the Chicago.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, I
Hopefully
won't be at the race next week, but yeah, I'll be in Chicago.
Yeah, well, hopefully we're talking to you again in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah. There you go. All right. Thank you guys.
All right, and I'll toss it back over to Cam for our race winner.
Yep, I got him here once again. Daniel Gordy, got a copy?
I do.
Well, you're getting pretty used to his booth, so we'll just like set you up a little couch or a chair, just because we know you'll be here.
Can I request a lazy boy or something?
Oh yeah, we can do that. So
Sweet.
after this these two halves tonight, you got 24 starts on road courses in OSCA overall, and you have 17 wins. So that's pretty asinine. That's actually I'll let James. James had a nickname for you.
You mean the SVG one?
Yeah, like.
I think you were the one that came up with that, actually.
Oh yeah, it was kind of a joint effort, but we called you Shane Van Gorsbergen. So just because you're kind of
At least I can win an oval race.
well, okay.
Come on, it's his first season.
Captain Strays here.
And he has won an oval race.
Not
Has
at the
he?
top level.
Not at the top level. He won a Legends at, I think, Charlotte.
Does that count?
Okay, Legends.
Maybe.
He said he won an oval race.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay. Either way, that's just gonna trigger me. Started 10th on the night, and you got to the lead pretty quick. I think it was like lap 5 or 6 or something, if I was correct in saying that. You got Dre
11.
and then
11 or 12.
11 or 12. Okay. You got Dre, and I think he made the move through turn 1, and it was pretty bog standard. But tell us about your night. We know about half 1, half 2, much the same. I mean, you were in a different zip code by the end of the race. Anything? I mean, did you even see anything out there tonight?
I heard more than I saw, mostly from my teammate. He was getting kind of battered around, and a little incident with Tom. He
yeah, we saw
hit the wall, bounced back into him. But no, it was pretty smooth sailing after getting through that first little that gaggle. I got a better launch than most, and missed a shift actually on the run up to turn 1, and I went to brake, and I think Lutz kind of tried to cover me off a bit more aggressively than I was expecting him to, but managed to slip through there. And then kind of followed my teammate through for a little bit. He realized I was a little bit quicker. He let me through again into 1. I can't remember what lap it was, but we were working as well as we could together tonight, being at a severe team deficit, just me and him. So yeah, no, pretty smooth sailing after the initial gaggle. I gotta apologize to Bojo though for I kind of sent it back a little further than I was planning to, but it stuck just about, so we're all good. But no, pretty smooth tonight. I'm happy. That might be my best overall road course performance, I'd say.
Yeah, it looked pretty good, and I know in half number 1 you got 0x's. Did you do that in half number 2 as well?
No, I got a 1x because of I had to cut I had to cut turn 1 just a little bit.
We are so
Just
disappointed
to
in you.
I know, I'm sorry. Zach, forgive me. Yeah, so I mean the track limits here are kind of like tight as they are. You can barely clip the gravel in. I think it's, let's see, 1, 2, turn 4 on the right side, then it will give you an X for some reason, even if you don't hit it. It's weird. Once I got that initial X, like, I don't need the extra point. I can I could push the track limits just a little bit more, and that kind of feel like gave me a little extra speed in the second half versus the first.
Yeah, I might have brought it up in the broadcast a little bit, but I do think that the Europeans' view of track limits is a little bit weird sometimes. So they like to pave parking lots and then not let you use any of it. So it's one of them things, but that's how they like to do it. But either way, I mean, next week is going to be a bit of a different experience. I brought it up with Ty that it's going to be one of the OSCA races of all time. We're heading back to Monza Oval, which is just making me giddy with excitement because it's gonna be nuts.
I'm fully expecting not to make it out of either race, probably both alive, but I'm gonna enjoy it. I think we'll hopefully not end up on the lid. Done that a few times over the last couple seasons, and this will definitely be the place to do it. So
yeah,
somebody hit trees last time we were here.
Someone hit the trees at Summit. I don't think that's a a good comparison.
Oh, Hackathorn. That was when he got
With
he went,
Gavel.
like 10 miles out of the track, and
Had to call the forestry to come get him down.
So that should be a fun race. Hopefully that Redux has a little bit stronger of a field, because that is going to be like a teammate drafting / don't.
We should,
die
but no
race.
promises.
Watch out for walls that start suddenly. Just like at this racetrack, though.
Yeah, that wall in turn 2, 3 was a bit of a killer tonight.
Ask Thomas about it.
Yeah, no, we saw that, and Noah had a lot. I was surprised Noah didn't have like a meatball because he really hit Tom really hard. And
Funny enough, Tom blew up. His front left was disconnected and his motor was gone. But Noah, all he had was that front end damage. His wheel was actually dead straight.
Well, that checks out for the iRacing damage model. We had another netcode incident tonight, and just standard iRacing things nowadays where you have little things that happen like that mess the race up. But yeah, good start to the international leg of the schedule. We got this and Monza and Motegi and Suzuka all to do in that
Guess
part.
which one I'm looking forward to.
I'm gonna say Suzuka probably.
Oi.
It is the Suzuka E circuit, so it's the small. There's
Even
no
better.
there's no Degners, no Spoon, I don't think, and no none of that. So kind of what
That's
they.
all right. I think it's underrated.
I think that's the layout they ran back in the '90s for the little Suzuka showdown races they did. So that'll be
Probably going to be a million laps, but it'll be fun.
It's kind of like tonight. I think tonight's. I think tonight's track was pretty underrated.
Oh, I loved it.
Fun.
More than I was to.
Yeah, it's fun. It's quick. It's flowing. It's fast. It's not super technical where you're. I was talking to James about this earlier in the broadcast, but how I felt about the old Coda layout, the long Coda layout in like stock cars, where you're just lumbering through slow corners, and it's like you got a slow corner, you're going back. It's frustrating as all hell. So I think something like this, where you're kind of just you can kind of just let it kind of go out. It's a short little track. It's like a European Lime Rock a little bit. So
Once you get past turns 1 and 2, it is super flowy, pretty much all high speed from there.
absolutely. So, but yeah, good race here. Swept the night once again, and you literally cannot earn any more points than that. Well, I mean, you could have if you didn't mess it all up with the 1X.
One single point, Zach, forgive me.
Oh, but before we let you go, any
Ken,
shout-outs?
hold on. Before you do the shoutouts, you can help Zach out by donating to the swear jar.
That is true.
Oh, do I want it? I'm not mad though. I don't feel it right now.
Well, I will
I'll
say
save it for a
this.
good one, Carlos. I promise you.
My favorite driver got penalized in the 2004 NASCAR season after winning Talladega for saying a certain word that may or may not have ruined his championship chances that year. So, yeah. Swear jar's always open. It's alright.
I'll contribute to it at some point, but I gotta find the right moment.
Shoutouts. What do you got?
Noah Brown, he helped me out a lot. I'm glad he managed to get fourth. Jordan, the rest of the team that aren't here tonight, I know they were watching, so we managed to have a good result, even, kind of crippled with just half of us. And you guys. Oh no, and Bojo, of course Bojo. He got the second place, made everyone, I'm sure he did like a good 30-40% of the schemes tonight. He made us all look really good. So yeah, Bojo, you guys, my team, that's it.
All right, thank you. We got Santiago in the chat saying Danny G overrated.
Oh man. You know what? Just
That's-
Jake then, not Santi.
I mean, hey, it has been the week for team controversy. Hey, oh. Not Sandy's eye. He couldn't cause controversy even if he tried. He couldn't hurt a fly.
I'm sure he could try.
He
Yeah,
could try, but he won't get very far.
He couldn't
Yeah,
even
the,
slap his upright base.
It's not like the swear jar is currently named the Santiago Aguirre Memorial Swear Jar.
In his honor.
Die. Well, thank you for speaking to us once again, Dan. I think we were pretty prepped for talking to you twice at this one. So great run. It was fun watching you just be as smooth as you are, and I was saying this in the booth too. Every time I do watch, I try to make an opportunity to learn, because you when somebody's better than you, that's how you learn. So doesn't matter how long I've been around here. If there's something to learn, there's always an opportunity to improve based on that.
Usually it's other people learning off of you though.
Yeah, but that's the thing. No matter how long you're on this service, you can always learn from other people, and other people are gonna learn from you. So that's just how it's gonna be. When you got like 1 million, 2 million, however many millions they got on the service now, damn straight there's gonna be a lot of people better than me. That's all right. So that just means I have a lot of learning to do. All right, that was Daniel Gore. Sweep the halves tonight here at the Red Bull Ring, and James, that was a really fun little track to watch racing at. I didn't know how I was going to go before coming into tonight, but I raced the lights race on Tuesday, and just watching how it played out here. I think this is a hit. I like this track a lot.
It definitely went a lot better than I was expecting, a lot more interesting than I was expecting. The that little cut through sure made things fascinating there. A lot of incidents at that particular part of the track, which definitely aided in the excitement. But yeah, this was a lot of fun tonight, and there was a lot of craziness up and down the field.
And it reminds me somewhat of the Circuit of the Americas layout that Cup ran this season, where they ran the alternate cutout there, and that's kind of where they had a lot of incidents going through there. But yeah, fun one here tonight. Next week, we already brought this up, but it is Monza Oval. It's going to be 258 lap halves. So if you love chaos, or if you love watching cars fly, or if you love watching some really bad accidents in a sim race, that might be one you want to tune into. Same time, same place here on 3YTV, 8:50-ish p.m. We will be live and bringing you the action from there. So I think that's all we got for you tonight. I'm Cameron Rich, James Watson, and Carlos Acosta. Wish you all a very good rest of your night.